What's good, y'all? It's Rashaad. I'm the founder of Bergali and the Atlanta Art Awards, and you tuned in with Talk Live Tuesday with Tag.
That's it.
Everybody go. Everybody go. Run and tag everyone you know. It's time for Talk Live Tuesday. Talk Live Tuesday. You know where we at. It's time to sip and chat. Get to the bag and tell them that Tag did it. Talk Live Tuesday. You know where we at. It's time to sip and chat. Get to the bag and tell them that Tag did it.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Talk Live Tuesdays with Tag. You already know what it is. It's your boy Tag Did It, and we are here live downtown in the Loft, Atlanta, Georgia, ready for another episode of Talk Live Tuesdays with Tag. Listen, in the building tonight, we got my friend Rashaad. What's going on, Rashaad?
What's good?
What's good? Listen, it's been some time to get this interview together, but baby, today we are together and we are here. We gonna get, y'all already know what I gotta do. I gotta shout out the businesses first, and then we gonna let Rashaad introduce himself, because if you don't know, you're about to know. So first of all, we're gonna make sure you follow me on Instagram at Tag Did It. Make sure you're following Talk Live Tuesdays on Instagram at Talk Live Tuesdays. Y'all already know. I got the Lavish Hookah with the good pool, so make sure you're following Lavish Hookah's official on Instagram as well. And then you're going to also make sure you're following the YouTube at The Boom Network so that you can keep up with every episode that come out. Make sure you're commenting, liking, and subscribing on the channel. Rashaad, what's going on? He drinking his drink, y'all, because let me tell y'all, it's about to go down. He drinking his drink. We're doing our little 1-2. You know, introduce yourself to the people. You know, let them know who you is and all that good stuff.
All right, what's good? My name is Rashaad. So what they need to know? What I need to tell them?
Just tell her your name, tell them where to follow you at, and everything else they gonna find out through me, because I'm gonna ask all the questions.
My name is Rashaad. You can follow me on Instagram at I am Rashaad. You can follow my business page at Bergali, BURGHALIE, or you can follow the Atlanta Art Awards. Atlanta Art Awards. I think y'all know how to spell that.
Now, if you don't know how to spell, I'm gonna need you to go back to college, maybe elementary school. No, but Rashaad, what's been going on? Like, you know, you out here working hard in these Atlanta streets. Like, how is it feeling? Like, you know, being in Atlanta. Like, you know, you were of course in Tallahassee, and so how has it been for you moving here?
I feel like at first, honestly, like the transition was kind of like, I don't know. I feel like anytime you move from one place to another, it's kind of like scary, I guess. But since I got settled into everything, like I don't regret it at all. Like I would not go back to Florida.
Not at all. Not like I don't regret it. I don't think about it. Like everybody always asking me when I'm coming back home. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. I visit maybe once or twice a year, maybe. I haven't been home at all this year.
That's more than me, because I ain't been. No, I don't think I've been back to Florida.
So you are from Thomasville, Georgia.
Dang, why you had to expose me?
I'm sorry, I had to go ahead and put you out there real quick. You know, I don't know what he told a lot of y'all, but I'm bringing it out today. So you're from Thomasville, like, and I'm from a small town too. I'm from Lake City, Florida, of course. So like, how was it growing up in Thomasville versus like now being in such a big city?
Thomasville, I don't know. So first of all, Thomasville is Georgia, so like. It's South Georgia, so of course it's rednecks. It's like a lot of white people. Ain't nothing wrong with white people, but I'm just saying it's a lot of them. And it's like low key like racist. Like
I can see that.
Yeah, like they was coming to school with the what them things called, the rebel flags,
yeah,
the Confederate flags,
flag
on the trucks.
Same. I went through that too in Lake City.
No, it's unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
It's even a tree in Thomasville. It's the big oak tree. It's famous because they hung niggas from it. Yeah. And it's like a monument. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I gotta do my research because I never knew that.
Yeah, and then they tried to. Well, I wasn't there, but when George Floyd and all that stuff was going on, they tried to burn it down, and they was like guarding the tree like it was the president, saying like, if you do anything to this tree, like it's a national monument and we gonna arrest y'all, all this other stuff. Yeah.
Oh, they should have burned that shit down. We would have had to just go to jail. What Kaya said, go to jail. We got the bond money to bug you out. Like, but burn it up, fuck it up, do all that. No, I did not know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So like, how long have you been in Atlanta?
You know what? Honestly, what's today? Well, we ain't gonna say the date. I don't think y'all need to know the date.
Yeah.
I think it's been like a year,
A
like
year now?
over a year.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to New York very briefly, didn't work, and
Yeah,
then I
it's not
came
for me.
here. Yeah, so it's been like a year.
Okay. And like, how are you liking it so far? What about Atlanta has like, what about Atlanta made you stay versus like being in New York?
First of all, it's cheap as fuck. You're not gonna live nowhere the way we live in Atlanta, like nice stuff for like not little to nothing, but you know what I'm saying, compared to like LA or New York. And then too, like Atlanta is the only city I feel like where you can like touch celebrities.
Right.
Like I can go to Lennox right now and run into whoever.
Literally.
Yeah, like
Literally.
Like I'm pretty sure people.
I see them every day.
Yeah,
When
so
I
it's
say
like
every day, I mean every day.
yeah, so I feel like that's a really big thing.
Lil Boosie stay out the mall because I see you every day. Like when I say every day, like he literally is in Neiman's every day.
Is
like,
he buying stuff? Or?
He's buying,
Oh.
but he's in there every day. Like he's in the men's department every fucking day. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's the biggest thing though, and with that, I mean, of course, the connections, stuff like that. But yeah.
So, are you dating like right now? Like,
Oh my God.
are you? Cause you know you're in Atlanta, and a lot of kids say people don't date in Atlanta, but I find that to be untrue. So, like, are you dating? Like, what's up with that?
What's tea, huh?
What's tea? What's tea? I want to know the tea. This is Talk Live Tuesdays.
Yeah,
Boom.
I'm dating.
Okay.
I'm in a serious relationship,
Oh,
like
wow.
real bad.
He a Cancer, so he could have been in a relationship 3 months and it's serious. So we don't know the time frame, guys. We do not know the time frame because he is a Cancer, and we will say we're in a serious relationship and be in the relationship 2 weeks. Trust me.
No, we didn't make it up. 2 days in, like we locked in, like real
Oh
bad.
yeah, real bad. Like no, real bad. We are locked in. So like, if you try to do anything after those 2 days, it's a wrap. Like we finna go there. But like how has it been dating like since you've been in Atlanta? Like does your significant other live here, or does what's going on with that?
I like how you not using pronouns.
You gotta, I'm a person. I ain't gonna put your business out there unless you tell me to put your business out there. So, like, what's the tea?
So, what has dating been like in Atlanta? I feel like everybody, like, Atlanta full of hoes, so it's like you can't really date in Atlanta. I don't know what the fuck y'all dealing with.
Right, no, definitely.
For me and I feel like it's dope with them. Like, I came to Atlanta, and of course, like, it's Atlanta, like, you come, you have your fun, you know, you do your shit or whatever, but after a while, it get kind of boring.
It's boring, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, I did all that in college, so it's like, yeah, I did a lot in college.
Same.
So it's kind of like
real bad. Like even outside the relationships.
You know what?
When I was done with the relationships, baby.
Listen, we're gonna use the.
Can't tell me nothing.
So I actually moved to Atlanta because of this psycho in Tallahassee.
Wait, the one that you was posted with on the gram?
No, I've never posted this person before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was you dating the person that you had posted on the gram that time?
We was dating, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that didn't last clearly. But no, this motherfucker, this bitch was crazy. So
I'm not. Go ahead, run the tea. Listen, that's what we here for. Cause we gonna get to everything else. So I'm loving to get to know about you right now. So a lot of people don't get this. So I'm soaking it all up. Tell me.
So I was okay. So I when this was, it's like 2022 now. So I probably was in like my freshman or sophomore year of college. Like, of course, like, you having your fun, you meet people, whatever. And I met this nigga. So, we was chilling and stuff like that. And then like he like stopped responding. And I should have took that as a sign from God, like just leave, let it go. But counselors,
we gotta figure it out. Like what's going on? Like why are you switching up on me?
Why you not responding? Like what's going on? So and that's like clearly now. Like I know my worth now. So I'm texting you 2 times. After that, it's done.
That's a wrap.
But at the time, I was like texting. So Long story short, we started talking, we started dating. This motherfucker is crazy. Like, he was having like, and I should have caught the signs, but I didn't. But he would have like little episodes where he just break down and start crying in the fetal position. Like one time he was in the shower and he had been in the shower for like 30 minutes. So I'm like, what the fuck going on? So I go in the shower, he in the shower like rocking back and forth like this.
What the
The
fuck?
rag is in the tub, like finna fucking drown in the water. I'm like, what's going on? So. Oh, this is just the beginning. So I'm like, okay, yeah. So he crazy, insecure, like he got mad
What's his
because
sign?
I want to say like a Sag. I want to say, or maybe a Scorpio.
Like, was it late November, early November?
September,
way,
November, somewhere around there.
September he might have been a Virgo, but if it was
Couldn't have been a Virgo.
If it was October is a Libra. November is like Scorpio psychos.
He had to be a Scorpio.
Yeah,
man.
he probably was a Scorpio because Sagittarius are crazy, but they're not like too bad. Because my mom's a Sag, but okay, I take that back. She's psycho. She's psycho. Yeah.
Long story short, to sum it up, I clearly broke up with him. He did not want to like stop.
Let go.
Yeah, he didn't want to let go.
Mm-hmm.
I started dating somebody else. So I broke up with him. He was texting me from fake numbers. You know, so it's kind of, that's not extreme. I feel like everybody, I've never done it, but, everybody, I guess, do it. So it's not too crazy. Texting from fake numbers. I started dating the person he was just talking about. And somehow he found his number online and started texting him and pretending to be, like, like he was texting him. So then he was, like, I guess, trying to get information. Then he started texting all of my friends, like, saying stuff about me, like, oh, he need to come back to me, or blah, blah, woo, woo, woo. So then they take it even further, and he started pretending to be me.
From
on these little apps.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
what kind of apps? Like
the apps.
Oh, the apps. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh. So he was taking my pictures off of Instagram and like using them, like pretending to be me. So then he would take it, he would act like he was talking to people on apps, and then he would screenshot it and send it to the person I was talking to. Like, crazy. So I'm telling the person I'm talking to, like, clearly, if this is me, this means he would have to have my phone to screenshot the message. Because, your message is one color, the other person's message is another color. So I'm like, you're fucking dumb. If this is somebody receiving this, then their messages will be the other color. This is clearly him sending it because of the color. His dumb ass didn't believe it. So he was doing that. So, took it even further, motherfucker found out where I live.
Okay, at this point, it's giving psycho. It's giving
and was sending people to my house.
It's giving enough.
So yeah, he started. So of course, clearly, I was telling the person I'm dating, like, these people, they don't have my number, they don't have this. Like, how is this me?
Right.
Then he started giving them my number, so people was texting me. Then he started sending people to my house. Like, I would open the door and like somebody pulling up my drive. I see the Ring camera going on. I'm like, who the fuck is this? So then nigga get out the car. I like walk up to, I grab.
Yeah.
Gotta grab it.
Gotta grab it. Yeah, like, she's in my bag right now.
I look out, I'm opening the door and he just smiling. I'm like, nigga, who are you? He's like, oh, we're just talking. I'm like, no, the fuck, I don't know who the fuck you are. And he pull out the phone, show me the fucking messages. I'm like, literally the location says that you're 2 miles away from whoever the fuck this person is. Like, that's not me.
Right. That's fucking crazy.
So
niggas are psycho. And I've never been in a situation like that, but I have been in a situation to where it's like, it didn't get, oh shit, that was me. It was me doing the foolery because I had to put no, like, and it wasn't on no like this, like breakup kind of thing, but it was like, oh well, me and the person broke up, and somebody that was in his house text me and was like, "Oh, he upstairs with the boy that that you was trying to tell me that you wasn't doing anything with, you weren't fooling around with." And I pulled up over there. I called my best friend at 2:00 in the morning, and I pulled up over there, and we walked through the door. We bust through the door. The boy walked out the room. My best friend said, "Oh, you don't need to be standing right here while he's talking to his nigga. You need to go downstairs." And when he went downstairs, I was in the room acting a fool, and then it just kind of like went left. But
that's I feel like that. I don't want to say logical, but that makes sense.
It makes sense, it's a little logical.
This shit didn't make no sense.
It made no sense at all. Like no, like not at all. Like but I don't understand what people. I don't understand why people would do that or go that far. It's just like, baby, if it's over, it's over. Like don't move forward. But like if in my situation, it was just like I kind of feel like he was playing me the whole time. So I was like, but you're not gonna play me.
And that was the thing. Like you accusing me of being a hoe, like and doing all this stuff. But you're the hoe. Like, you're the one you think I'm doing this because you're doing it. Like, right. But I'm really not on that type of time. Like, if we together, we together. Yeah. Now, if I'm single.
I'm single.
And
I'm outside.
That's my business.
Period. Like the person I'm dating right now, like, originally when we first started dating, like, this boy would literally call his phone from, like, different numbers. Like, it was kind of doing the same thing. And, like, I kind of felt the way at the time, but it's like I had to tell myself, like, bitch, you can't feel the way because, like, he not answering the phone and he, like, already told you, like, this an ex to somebody that was whatever. And I was like, yeah, I get it, but, bitch, don't come up here because if I ever would have found out who he was, baby, it would have been war a motherfucker about that one, about this one right here. I'm on fucking eggshells with this one, so it's like I don't want to crack nothing. So like we don't need no issues, but. Well, I'm glad that you're out of that situation. I hope that nothing else happens. I'm going to put my 40 inches behind my ear. But no. But before we go to our next subject, like, what plans do you have for Atlanta, like, while you're here? Like, what are your plans?
My plans for Atlanta, in what way? Just in general?
Just in general. Like, what do you want to accomplish while you're here?
Of course, like, so we started, like, the whole Atlanta Art Awards thing. Mm-hmm. I want that to be, like, BET Awards, right. VMAs. Like, right. I don't want it to be, like, some little shit that, right. Like a banquet.
Right.
Like,
yeah, no.
That, of course. Just growth in all aspects, like, in my personal life, business-wise, like, whatever. Like, I'm just ready for all of it.
All elevation. And definitely, I feel like that's what Atlanta is for. I feel like where I'm at now, I'm in the space of I'll be here another year, but I feel like after that, like my growth outside of Atlanta is going to be like I feel like it's time for me. I feel like I've been here since 2018. Like when I graduated college, I dipped out of Tallahassee. Like that January, I was gone. So it's just like I've been here about that'll be like 5 years at that point. Like it's just like okay. Bitch, move forward. And I feel like it's time. It will be time for me to move forward. I don't know where I'm gonna go. Hopefully, I'm still with the person that I'm with now, and then we can. I know he wants to go to Texas, so we could probably go to Texas. But like, because I've kind of learned to where it's just like you don't necessarily have to be in a place that's popping to pop.
That's true.
Because when I think about it, when we look at a lot of people that we don't even think about, like when you look at a lot of rappers, like when you think about G Herbo, when you think about Lil Durk. The niggas from Chicago. When you think about like people like Doechii and all these other people, like they're not from Atlanta, they're not from LA, they're not from places that that just automatically pop. Like when you think about people like Super Dope Q or Paris Shea, like even they're just socialites, but they're from Milwaukee. Like it's just like you can literally be from anywhere and make it, no matter where you're from. Like you can pop your shit. So I definitely do think eventually I feel like I'm outgrowing Atlanta, and I even spoke on my last show, like even doing Chasing Atlanta, like I'm kind of like in a space where I don't know if I want to like even revisit that because I feel like I'm just in a space of growth, and I love the brand, I love everything about it, but it's just like me and a lot of those people. I feel like, we're on the same level, but I feel like we're not on the same wavelength. And I feel like I'm a very authentic person, and I feel like a lot of people on there are facades, that they're fake. So it's just like I just can't really. I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but some of them. So Ding. But yeah, but anyway, so we're just gonna talk real quick before we. Matter of fact, we're just gonna take a quick break, really quick. And once we take this quick break, we're gonna come right back and we're gonna get into, we're gonna get into your schooling. We're gonna get into all this other stuff, and we definitely gonna talk about, your brand and your upcoming show. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's get it. We're gonna take a quick break. Y'all already know what it is. It's all out Tuesdays with Tab. We're gonna come back and we're gonna turn it up a little notch right here on the couch with Rashaad from Bergali in the Atlanta Art Awards, right?
Yes.
We'll be right back. All right, y'all. Welcome back to Twilight Tuesdays with Tag. Y'all already know what it is. We're on the couch with Rashaad. We're gonna get right into a little debacle real quick because I am an HBCU student and Rashaad is a PWI student. He's a PWI student, so we're just gonna get into that. So I want to talk about FSU real quick. Like, what made you choose a PWI over an HBCU?
Oh, he is grilling my ass.
Yeah, because I want to know. Like, I especially with all the things going on in the media right now, because that's going to be one of our topics of the week, about the girl doing the thing. But what made you just choose a PWI over an HBCU?
Honestly, I moved to Florida and I went to TCC because I found out about the, if you get the AA, no school could deny you in Florida. Yeah, so when so when I got there, I originally planned on going to FAMU. I don't know why I changed my mind. I think it's because I didn't know nobody at FAMU. Like, all my friends that was there was like, oh, FSU. It's like, okay. I didn't really look into I really didn't look into none of that shit, honestly. I was like, school is school. Like, I'm just going to go. This is where my friends going. It seemed like a good school. I'm going to just go. So I didn't really think about nothing else.
You just went because of your friend.
Yeah.
Well, I think, and I mean, FSU is a great school. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it's a great school. I have a cousin that graduated from FSU. But, I just think, I don't know why the HBCU experience, and, because, you was over on our yard a lot. With the fashion shows and stuff. So you might as well have went to the school. But no, I just think, HBCU versus a PWI. I've never been to a PWI, but I feel like the experience is different. But of course, it's totally different. But I think that being at FAMU taught me a lot about culture, and it made me the person that I am today. I feel like I would, and maybe you didn't need to go to FAMU to find that out about yourself, but I feel like going to FAMU really brought this person that I am right now out of me. I felt like when I got to FAMU, I wasn't out. I didn't come out until the fall. I wasn't out. I wasn't just, this person that's just open. Us as cancers, we very shy. We're very shy people. So it's FAMU really taught me to okay, when you walk in a room, bitch, you own it. Regardless of what you're doing, you own it no matter what. And I think that's what a lot of people couldn't take from me on that show. It was just regardless of where you are, bitch, this is my show. I run. I don't care what it is. You can say I'm this, that, and the third, but bitch, I run. That's how I felt. That's how I felt when I walked in. No matter the outfit, no matter how I look, bitch, I felt like I ran it. But I do think the HBCU experience was different. I kind of wish you would have. Well, you kind of had the experience because you were over there a lot.
Right by to FAMU, FSU is literally across the street from each other. Yeah. But I feel like a lot of people look at PWIs and they just feel like it's just a saltine cracker. It's just nothing. But I feel like the same stuff you saying, I feel like FSU taught me that too. It was just in a different way. Okay. Yeah. Because when you think about it, okay, of course, since we add a PWI, it's only a handful of black people. Right. So it's when you do go into a room, you have to own it because they already looking at you like you a dumbass nigga. Okay. So it's I have to, be on my stuff, own it, do everything and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm not going to say it's similar because cultural wise, it's completely different. Right. FSU, I ain't going to talk about my school like that. On paper, it's diverse. Right. In actuality,
it's not really.
I'm not going to say it's not really, but, Yeah,
you got your black student union. You got
your black student union.
Yeah, you got that.
Yeah, but, yeah. So, culturally, I'm going to say, it's completely different. When I go to FAMU, Set Friday, Market Wednesday, completely different.
Thing, I've actually never been to one of you guys' Market Wednesday.
You're not missing shit.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, no, but I always had the plan to go, but I think, how My schedule on Wednesdays at FAMU was always the one class when you had to be there at like 5 o'clock and you be done to like 8.
Yeah.
So I would be in the bed all day before I go to that class on Wednesday. So,
but I feel like Set Friday was more appropriate though, because it's kind of like it's Friday, like we here, it's the weekend, like it's time to
we're gonna turn up real quick and then we're gonna be on about our way. We're gonna
exactly.
Have because baby, you used to have a ball.
Yeah, exactly.
You had a ball that said Friday. But if you could, like, would you go to an HBCU, or would you just keep that experience that you had? Because I know a lot of people like me. I wouldn't change my family experience for anything, because I feel like no other HBCU could have taught me what FAMU taught me. Like I got accepted to Howard, I got accepted to Clark Atlanta, but I was like, nah, like I'm from Florida, like I want those Florida roots. But I feel like at FAMU I met so many different people from so many different walks of life, and so many different black people to different kind of black cultures. Like you got Jamaican, you got Haitian, you got Dominican, you got Hispanic, whatever, but they were black. Yeah. And it just shows you like the different cultures of black people. And so like would you keep the same experience, or would you have, done something different?
I feel like I wouldn't really necessarily change my experience. I did so for grad school I got accepted to FAMU and I went to FAMU, but I left. You left because of the crazy motherfucker. Oh, so yeah, I was in FAMU. I did I think I finished my first semester with 4.0 GPA. That's the first time I ever had a 4.0 in college. But I left. So I didn't really get the full experience, and I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm a rattler because I went for a semester, because that ain't shit. Yeah, you're not. But I did.
You're not a rattler. Sorry.
But I did enjoy my however many weeks a semester is. Yeah.
That's what's up. So before we go into our next subject, I'm just gonna do a little icebreaker really quick before we go into that. So.
You done broke the ice.
I know I broke the ice, but we're gonna break the we're gonna break the ice for fashion. So like, what about fashion intrigues you?
What about fashion intrigues me? I think I like how like clothes make you feel. Like I feel like clothes and fashion make you feel. It kind of has like the same effect on you like music. Like I got this hat on right now. Like I feel like like nigga, like I'm him. Like bitch, I'm fancy. This is a beret. Bitch is not wearing beret.
Wee wee.
Like, I just feel like you know what I'm saying. It's like people that it's like a confidence booster. It just makes you feel like I don't know. I just like the feeling that you get when like you put it on an outfit, or like when you go into a place and like like you fly like you, like it's just. I don't know.
Yeah, and I tell literally a week ago, my friend posted her daughter on Facebook, and she was the student of the month for her school, and I was like, but every day you like when I comment, I said when you look good, you do good, because she be having her dripped out every single day, and I feel like when you like literally when you wake up, you could be having a bad day, but when you get in that mirror and you get yourself together and you put on your outfit. Bitch can tell you nothing.
Exactly. No, I completely agree.
Yes, fashion will change your whole mood. So, of course, we brought Rashaad here tonight because Rashaad is a designer and he has a big show coming up. But before we get into his show, we're going to talk about, his brand. His brand is called Bergali. He is a fashion designer. So, where did you come up with the name Bergali?
I don't know why I'm laughing because it's not even funny.
It's the champagne. That's what it is.
So Bergali came about because me and a friend of mine, when we were starting the brand, we wanted to do like a urban, like streetwear type of brand or whatever. So we thought of like urban ensemble, but it sounded there was an Urban Outfitters, and like we clearly wanted to be like big, so it's like if it do get big, like urban is just too similar. So I started looking up other meanings for urban, and I found a burgle or some shit like that, and it's like a Scottish something urban in Scotland.
In Scotland, okay.
Yeah, so I started like playing with. So I started playing with the word, like trying to make it sound fancy, and that's just heard Bergali, and I was like, okay, so I typed in a little Google voice, and little white girls like Bergali. I was like, okay, I like that. I like that. That sounds, it sounds like French.
Yeah, it does. It
Like
sounds
luxury. So I was like, okay, I like that. So we just ran with it.
You just ran with it, and mind you, I love the name. And then like, of course, you know, you use your little panda as your symbol. Like, why do you use that panda as your symbol?
No pimp.
Oh my god! What's the what?
You bought these drinks out, so
What's the tea with the panda?
No, but the panda, basically, like in Japan, China, Japan. I think Japan. The panda is like a symbol of like peace. Don't fucking laugh at me.
I'm sorry. It's the Japan, China. I don't know.
The panda is like a symbol of like peace and like unity, and like our brand symbolizes our brand stands for unity, diversity, and quality. So with the panda, and this is kind of like elementary.
I'm sorry, but the Japan and China is just literally running in the back of my head. Sorry, no, but yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get myself together.
Oh yeah, and then too, really, it was like when you look at it, like we like want like black and white to come together, and like a panda is like one of the few animals other than a zebra that's not cute. Like,
right?
Yeah. To put as a logo for like a company. So like, you know, black and white, black people, white people. Like we want really everybody to come together and like coexist, regardless of like race, ethnicity, sexuality, whatever. So it's like. That's the meaning.
I love that, and the fact that you just told me that I know more about it now, like that's super tea, and I'm glad that you did that. And you said that you started Bergali with a friend. Like, are you and that friend still like together on this project, or is it just solely you?
He's like still here. He started his own business. That I honestly say is probably doing better than our business, but he's still here. But yeah, like we still cool and everything. Like he taught me like almost everything I know, like business wise. And I feel like he constantly reminds me, like when I be feeling like I'm like not where I want to be, or like I'm like doubting myself, or like I'm like selling myself short. He's always like, no, like you did this, like you can make it, like you could take it to this level. And it's like I feel like you always need that in your ear, because like when you have big dreams and you surrounded by like small-minded people, like they'll scoot you down to their level. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
So it's like with him, like we still cool. Like, and he always tell me, like, even now, like with the stuff I'm working on now, like I'm working with Murph.
Yeah.
This bitch done designed for Beyonce, Cardi B, The Baby, like Lil Wayne, everybody. And he's just kind of like, okay, like that's cool, but like you could do the same thing.
Yeah.
No shade to her at all, but it's just like, okay, like you idolizing her and you look up to her, but like somebody can do that for you too. So like you just need to push us, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, but we still cool. He around.
That's what's up. And just to go off of what you just said, like I kind of doubt myself a lot too, and which I was saying earlier, like about my camera guy, like when I did the Sheen Awards, it was just like I was doubting myself in that moment. But sometimes you have to have people around you that, and grateful for him, like you have to have people around you that will literally like knock that fear out of you in that moment, or knock that doubt out of you in that moment, because that doubt really will take over you and literally have you stop your whole completely production, have you stop exactly what you're doing to, you know, try to figure things out. And you can't stop and figure it out. You have to just keep going.
Exactly.
Definitely don't ever give up on yourself and what you're doing, because I'm a person that looks into everybody's brand, everything that they do, and I really feel like you're doing really, really good. And I think that when I was literally telling, I be at work and I be talking about a lot of stuff that I'm doing at work, and I was just like, you know, the person that I'm interviewing tonight, I was telling my manager today, and I was like, you know, the person I'm interviewing tonight, I was like, we both went to the same school. Like he started his brand. He started his brand then when I knew of his brand when I was in school, and I was just like, you know, now we both in Atlanta, and I was like, I have my own show. I do interviews. I do all this other stuff, and I was like, and he's working. He has his own brand. His brand is popping. Then on top of that, he's working with a designer that is like huge. So it's just like, it's just like, so when you think about it, like you said, your friend said, like, think about what you've done. Like, think about what, even though in that moment, you may feel like, bitch, I'm failing. I ain't really doing what I'm supposed to do, but nah, like. You worked with Murph, like you worked with Alani Taylor. Like, there's nothing, at that moment you should really feel like, okay, bitch, I can go forward. I can do anything at this point because if I tapped in here, it's no telling what else I can tap into.
Exactly.
I'm just here to preach to the people. I'm here to. Somebody asked me the other day what I thought my purpose was going to be. I said to be a motivational speaker. I'm going to have classes of millions. I'm going to have classes of thousands of people in there, and I'm just going to be talking, and it's going to help somebody out. But when did you start your brand?
I moved to Florida in 2015, so like unofficially 2016, officially like 2017. Because really it started out as like a club at TCC with like models and photographers. Like it was like a help me help you. So like you had aspiring photographers helping that needed content, but they didn't have nobody to photograph. But you had models that wanted to model, but they didn't have nothing to model. So you had designers to give them clothes so that they could take pictures, so that the photographers could take pictures. You know what I'm saying? So everybody helped each other. And then, of course, we started doing everything with faces and images and just doing shows. And it kind of just went from there.
Yeah, because like I said, that's because when I first heard of your brand and started seeing your brand, like I already thought it was like something that was already out there. So you had the product, you had the image, you had all of that, all of that stuff. So, but what made you want to be a designer? Like, was it something like overnight, or was it something that just came like with, you starting the club at FSU? Like, how like, what made you want to be a designer?
So I feel like, honestly, I'm a designer and I can design, but I feel like I'm more of like a creative director.
Okay.
Like I will design, I have designed, but I like putting together like shows. I like putting together productions. I like putting together like the concepts for the video ads and stuff like that. So as far as like being a designer, I feel like it's just all like clumped together kind of, and definitely. It's like it's just a part of it. Yeah. But I wouldn't necessarily say I sought out to be a designer. I feel like I'm still like learning a lot of stuff as a designer. But it was more so just like trying to find a way to like utilize what I know how to do to make money off of it. And that was like something I was okay at the time. And it just developed over time. Yeah.
It's giving Virgil. Period. So like about your brand, like what do you feel like makes your designs and the things that you do unique versus any other brand? Unique. Petty that's on my wrist that I need boo billboards all of my feelings. Okay. Sorry, Beyonce girl, because that song it comes out of me. But what do you feel like makes your brand unique than any other brand?
I feel like what makes Bergali unique is the fact that we actually like practice what we preach. So aside from like the aesthetic and like what we portray, like we actually promote diversity. Like we stand for like unity, diversity, equality. So we have like a nonprofit organization that's like centered around providing equal opportunities for like Black and brown people that's put at disadvantages, like opening those doors for us that's been constantly shut in our face. I feel like that's the biggest thing that a lot of brands don't have. They might like donate a couple $100, thousand millions to an organization, but it's like you're not really pouring back into the community. Like we out here, like for real.
Yeah, so. We are out here, literally. No, but I love one thing about anybody that gives back with their brand, because a lot of people will take everything in for them, but the fact that you're out here giving back and still doing your work, like. That's amazing. But my last question is, where does your inspiration comes from? Like when you're creating, even fashion shows or designs or whatever. Like where does that inspiration come from?
That's a good question. That is a really good question.
Talk to me.
I think it all depends, like on what it is, like. this fashion show that we're doing right now is Beautiful Dark Fantasy, which is like a twist on the Kanye West album, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. But I feel like the inspiration behind that was really what I was going through, like in my personal life. So it was like this shit can't be real, so it must be a fantasy. Like it has to be a fucking fantasy.
Sweet dream or beautiful nightmare.
It's dark as hell because like nobody in this room has dealt with no shit like that. But at the same time, it's still beautiful because if I didn't move, I wouldn't have met Murph. Right. I wouldn't have met Alani Taylor. I wouldn't have met fucking Akon manager who work at the lab with us. I wouldn't have met T.I. Tiny. All these people that I'm meeting because I did like take that initiative to move. So like, yeah, it's like a dark, I don't want to say a fantasy because I don't desire it, but it's dark, but it's still beautiful. So like that was the whole like spin on that situation. So I think it really just depends on like what I'm going through in my life. Or sometimes I'll just think of something like Beyonce did that, I want to do it. Right.
Okay, no, then and I listen, like but the fact that you use what's going on in your life to make things like come to life in your world, like because for me, like when I'm going through something, I'm learning to like put more into whatever I'm doing at the time. So like even if I'm not feeling my best, like you don't understand, like I literally got out tonight and I was like, oh, y'all, I got to go home and I have a podcast to do. Like, I can do my podcast. I got an interview tonight. And she was like, you going to do an interview this, that? I was like, yeah, girl, it's at 9:30. But it's just like, but once I'm in that setting, nothing else matters. Like, right now, like, I'm having such a good time. Like, nothing else in the world matters right now. Like, my man, like, love you down. But, like, my man, my job, like, work, nothing else matters in this moment because, like, this tones out all of that. Yeah, so, like, I definitely love that you do that. So, we're going to take a quick break one more time, and then when we come back, we're going to get into, Beautiful Dark Fantasy Fashion Show. We're going to get into Atlanta Art Awards Gala, and we're going to talk about all that good stuff. We're going to, let you do your promo and talk about that. So before we come back, we're going to be right back on Talk Live Tuesdays with Ted. We're here with Rashaad from Bergali. Y'all stay tuned.
You're hilarious.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Talk Live Tuesdays with Tag. Y'all already know what it is. We're on the couch with Rashaad from Bergali, and he is getting ready to talk about his fashion show that he has coming up and his awards gala and all of those good things. He might drop some tea on y'all. I don't know. But, so coming up soon, you have, like you said, your Beautiful Dark Fantasy Fashion Show. And you kind of gave us the background on, like, what inspired that, of course, like, what you were going through and, all that good stuff. But tell us a little bit about that fashion show. Tell us when it's coming up. Tell us all that good stuff. Tell us about it.
No, I'm laughing because I just realized what you was talking about with this earlier.
See, now he's trying to put me on the motherfucking spot. See, that be y'all problem. Y'all be getting up in here and feel like y'all can check me. I am uncheckable. You are the ones that get checked on this show, baby. This is Talk Live Tuesdays with Tag, not Rashaad, not 7D, not Duty Gabor. No. This is Talk Live Tuesdays with Tag. But anyway. What's up? Tell the people about your show. Tell them where they can, find all that good stuff.
Okay, so October 21st, we having the Beautiful Dark Fantasy Fashion Show at the Atlanta City Hall. Real official, exclusive.
I love that.
The girls not doing that.
Not.
We got, of course, myself presenting, Alani Taylor. We have Rafe Lanier, who is also a celebrity designer. He designed for like B2K, Bobby Valentino, Nelly, early 2000s type people.
Yeah.
Who else we have? We have Ian Alexander, a good friend of mine that I met in New York. He's coming down here for the show. Okay. He designed for some people. I don't know who they are. I apologize, Ian, if you see this video, but they certified.
Right.
And yeah, that's pretty much everything about the fashion show. Y'all could get tickets at AtlantaArtAwards.org.
Yes, website.
You know, the girls not doing that.
They're not doing that either. They're not paying their bills. I'm one up. I'm just playing, y'all. Our website is definitely still up. Wait, it might be out for real. I really don't know. I really don't know.
But yeah, that's pretty much everything with
like
that.
what inspired you to do this fashion show? Like what and then being able to work with Alani Taylor like hand in hand. Like
Hold on, cause now you got the Balenciagas on your feet too.
on the feet, tell about her, bitch, I'm a brand. In the words of Onika, I'm a brand, bitch, I'm a brand. Like, what's up? I'm a brand. One thing about me, wherever I work, they gonna know I work there because I'm going to be a brand ambassador for they ass. Period. I don't give a fuck if it's a t-shirt, a sock. Matter of fact, speaking of, boom. Let's talk about it. Anyway, but no, like what, like how to, like, you know, what inspired you to do this particular show, and how is it working with Alani? Well, Murph.
I'm glad you said that because
Yeah.
she honestly, it's gonna be her daughter that cuss you out.
No, literally, and because I remember her telling me like when she was at the last show, she was like, you know, my name, you know, everybody call me Murph. She was like, but my brand name is after my daughter, and I was like, okay, I'm glad you said that, girl, because I sure was gonna get her name, and be like, hey, Alani. no, but like, how is it working with her?
Honestly, like it's so like it's amazing working with Murph. Like she honestly, I would say like changed my life, real shit, like no cap. Cause I just feel like she, you know, like I said, my friend earlier, Brandon, he like reinforces that idea. Like he's constantly in my ear saying it, but Murph is like in my face doing it.
Right.
So it's like I'm sitting. I remember I went to lunch with this girl. We sitting at the table. She was like, yeah, she talking with Ronald, that's the owner of Ray Flanier. We was all chilling. She was like, yeah, I made $20,000 last month in sales, but you know that's kind of low. I know that's low. I'm gonna do better. I'm like, did this bitch just say $20,000? Like,
Right.
What?
Right.
Like, and that's on the low end. The low end. Like what? So it's just like just being in that environment, and then she's constantly telling me like, yo, like, your price is going up now. Like you with me, like your price went up.
Right.
Like I don't know what it was yesterday, but it's different now because you associated with me. And like she literally tells me all the time, like I'm trying to build you up to be in the same position that I'm in. And you don't find people that's like, especially black people, honestly, that's really doing that.
A lot of crabs in the bucket.
Exactly. And she's not like that at all. Like she's real genuine, real humble. When I first met her, I didn't even know who the fuck she was. Like I just reached out to like different designers I found on Instagram, and then she responded to my email. We did a Zoom call. I explained the show that you did red carpet for to her. And she was like, yeah, she liked the vision. Like she's willing to do it and everything like that. So then after we talked, I looked her up because I didn't even look her up before. And I looked her up. And the first thing that popped up, Beyonce. I'm like, Beyonce? Black is King. Beyonce. Forbes. Vogue. Harper's Bazaar, Paper Magazine. I'm like, this bitch is, but you would never know that from like just talking to her.
Because even when I talked to her at your show, she was just so like, just chill, very authentic. Like even, because I had talked to her, I was like, you know, I'm gonna put myself in real quick. Can we do an interview? What's up? And she was like, yeah, like she agreed to like she was like DM me after this, and like, you know, we gonna link up. Like she followed me and everything. So like, no, she's definitely very genuine, very chill vibe.
Yeah, no, I fuck with it. And then too, like the position I'm in now is honestly because of that event. Like I didn't know who she was then. I know who she is now. Right. But after the event, of course, like that whole show, I pretty much did by myself. I didn't really have no help. Cause you know, we had everybody in Florida, like images will help me, faces will help me. Like I'm here, I don't know nobody. Right. So it's like I had the vision, but it's like it was really nobody to help. And she saw me and she was like, oh, where your team at? I was like, I am the team.
Period. Like, I am the team.
Like no cocky shit, but like this me. Like it's me. And she's just like, you did all this shit by yourself? Like I was like, yeah. She was like, yo, like I gotta bring you on. Like if you did this by yourself, like the resources I could provide you, like we gonna make some shit shake. Yeah. So yeah, I forever like.
That's what's up. And you like you said, you never really meet genuine people like that these days. So that's dope as fuck. But. What's the I know you said like that the show came about from from that situation. But like, what's the theme? Like, is there a certain theme like it's gonna be? Like, is it or just like free fall clothes or what? Like, what is it gonna be? Like, is it gonna be a certain theme to it or no?
I feel you. So, like the whole Atlanta Art Awards situation came about because, so when we was in Florida, we did the Bergali Art Awards, and it was like essentially like bringing recognition to like people in Tallahassee that was doing stuff that wasn't being recognized. So like models, photographers, fashion designers, stuff like that. Like it's not award shows for people like that. So we did it there, and I had wanted to do it here, but I was like, okay, since we want it to be bigger, like drop Bergali because don't nobody know what the fuck that is.
Well, not
right now, yeah, but. Drop that in Atlanta because it just sounded more official. So we trademarked it and everything. So that's how that came about. And then the theme. So we wanted to do like one event. So we wanted to do like an award show. We was gonna have a fashion show in the award show, and we was like, it's just too much going on at this.
Right, that's a lot.
It's a whole lot. So we like split it up, and that's where the fashion show came from. So with this fashion show, it's like. More so like streetwear. We're doing like red attires, highly recommended, because we're gonna have like a black carpet instead of a red carpet. Yeah, so you're gonna be out of town anyway.
Yeah. No, I told you that I was flying back in for Sunday.
Oh, bitch, this is Friday.
Well, I'm at the gala on Sunday. Like,
well, yeah, that's gonna be black too. Yeah. So so the attire is like all red. I said all red because like clearly because of the theme. Right. The event coordinator was like, "Oh, just wear red," but you tell people to wear red and they'll wear something with a little piece of red. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's the attire pretty much. Like streetwear is what I said, but people gonna dress how the fuck they want to dress. As long as they wear red, I don't care.
Right. Red is my favorite color. So, is it the theme for Sunday?
Sunday is black tie. You're not coming in there with no sneakers. You're not coming there with no J's. I don't care if you have a suit on with the ones. You can't like.
What about the suit with the Alexander McQueen?
I was gonna say now the McQueen, the McQueen, the Giuseppe's. We gonna let them slide, but the ones like, come on, like, cause I just feel like black people love throwing like the forces on with the suit, and I get like, but it's we gotta step outside that like. It's so many other brands that if you want that look, like the McQueens, like you don't have to wear them forces. Yeah. Go get the McQueens. Yeah. Like it's the same aesthetic. Yeah. But it's a little more luxury. So, but no, that's black tie, hot end. You know the vibes. Like.
And let me tell you, it's so funny because like you can't even get if you go to certain restaurants now, like in Atlanta, like they have a certain dress code. They'll let you in with designer sneakers on, but if you got on like a pair of forces or a pair of J's, they gonna turn your ass around at the fucking door.
Exactly.
Point blank and period.
Exactly.
So no. So you have outside of the fashion show, you have the Atlanta Art Awards Gala. Tell us a little bit about that.
So the Atlanta Art Awards Gala is essentially like a night of dedication to emerging talent and outstanding leadership, of course. So like I said, it was the Bergali Art Awards, but since we moved to Atlanta, we changed it to the Atlanta Art Awards. So it's just basically bringing recognition to all those people like the models, photographers, videographers. We have Antonio Lewis, who's the councilman for District 12 in Atlanta. He's the guest of honor. Of course, we're going to have Murph and like that whole camp in the building. We got Mimi presenting awards. We got Tammy Rivera presenting awards. Trinidad James is supposed to be presenting an award as well. Like the list is listing. So,
as it should.
So yeah, that's pretty much everything with that. We got performances too by Ronnie. He's a R&B artist that's based in New York. Austin Rogers.
I know who that is. I'm in the room, period. Like, I'm here for it.
So he's gonna pull up with Kellen, of course, Megan Thee Stallion, hairstylist. So yeah, like it's a vibe. We gonna turn up. It's gonna be fun.
I'm excited. I'm excited for you because, like I said, I've seen your work, your creativity, and like where you've come from. So just to see you doing such big things here, I feel like it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to be in the presence of it because. I'm literally leaving my cousin's trip a day early to be back for you. Like, literally, I was like, as soon as I DM'd them, I sent a text to the group chat. I was like, look, I'm flying in Friday. We going to Halloween Horror Nights Friday night. Saturday, I'm out. I'm going to see y'all when I see y'all again. But no, like, I'm if it's one thing I am, and I can say this, I'm proud because I feel like, a lot of people will face obstacles, and especially when they're in a market that I feel like a lot of people try to saturate because everybody wants to do designing or everybody wants to do this or do that and third. And I feel like you kept pushing and you took it from Tallahassee to Atlanta, and now you're not doing Faces fashion shows or Images fashion shows. You're doing fucking fashion shows under your name. Like, you're doing fashion shows with fucking Alani Taylor, like, and all these other big brands. So it's just like, be proud of that. Don't ever, ever like doubt yourself, or don't ever minimize yourself because you're just as big as you think you are. And keep that in mind. But anything else you want to tell us about the show? Give us just shout it out. Make sure you let them know where to get the tickets and all that good stuff again, so they and I'm gonna put it on the screen, but just make sure you let them know again, like, where to get the tickets from and all that kind of stuff and the dates.
I got you. So really, it's the Atlanta Art Awards weekend. So Friday, oh shit, I hit your mic. I'm gonna start over. So Atlanta Art Awards weekend, October 21st to the 23rd. Friday, October 21st, we at the City Hall, Atlanta City Hall. Saturday, we're having an empowerment brunch, which I didn't even mention, so I apologize for that. But that's gonna be at the lab.
Talk about it.
Yeah, so the empowerment brunch is essentially it's going to be a brunch, of course, an Atlanta brunch.
I'm here for that. I'll be by 12. I might slide through that too.
And we're also going to have like a panel discussion with like Murph and other industry professionals about like how to actually start your business, like how to get funding for your business, how she ended up designing for Beyonce, how she like made all these connections and different stuff like that. It's like everybody's opportunity to come and have that conversation and like hear it openly and have a discussion about it. So that's the empowerment brunch. It's going to be all pink for breast cancer. And then of course Sunday is the art awards at the Fox Theater. The Fox Theater. We know it's going to be sold out. Like, it's going to be a sold out event. Again, like, y'all can get the tickets at atlantaartawards.org. You can follow on Instagram at Atlanta Art Awards. You can follow me at Bergali. Follow Alani Taylor Co. And follow The Lab, which is where all of us work out of. It's a store that's going to be opening on October 8th in Buckhead.
Period. And I'm here for all of it. Like, I'm not that big of a celebrity, but I am one of little piece. So you will see me at the gala, and you might see me at the brunch, depending on how quick I can get back to Atlanta from Orlando. No, like I said, I'm proud of you on that, and I want you to continue to keep thriving, keep going, because at the end of the day, that's your passion. I feel like, Virgil was creative directing for. I seen a post today. I didn't know he was a part of like so many people's albums, and he made covers for so many people's albums, and he created directed a lot of people's albums. So the fact that he was doing that and he had those connections, and then hit off at Louis Vuitton as creative director, you just never know where you may end up. So keep going and keep thriving, because hell, you got Marc Jacobs, who's designing for Marc Jacobs for his own brand, is the creative director for Fendi right now.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Possibilities are endless. But as we leave off of that topic, we're gonna go into our topic of the week, and then we're gonna let you go. I actually have two topics for you, but the first topic of the week is, and this is just an open discussion, but the baby. We're gonna talk about the baby really quick. So, do you feel like because he said a lot of blogs had posted, and a blog posted that Meek Mills had said that he was blackballed, and there was somebody else that said that he was blackballed. I can't remember who it was because I really didn't care. All shade, no tea. No tea. But do you feel like he's been blacklisted, or do you feel like his album sales, like he did this to himself with everything else that he had going on?
I feel like it's a combination of both. I feel like because of what he did, he's been blacklisted. I personally feel like with the first situation, to my knowledge, the first situation when he made the comment about people having HIV, like, that was easy to clean up. Like, people say racist shit all the time, clean it up. I keep hitting
No,
this
you're
mic.
fine. Go ahead.
They say racist stuff all the time, clean it up, and then they back to making their money. But he wanted to stand in that, like, oh yeah, I said it. Y'all not gonna make me feel bad. And it's like, it's not about like what you meant. It's about how you made people feel when you said it.
Right.
And like, even if you didn't mean it this way, like you still should apologize for like how you made people feel. And like, he was just inconsiderate of that. So I feel like with that, the Danny Lee going on live, dogging her out, it was like, I feel like he kind of did it himself. Now, he is a good artist. I will give him that. But it's just like, the industry is image.
Yeah,
like,
it's image.
Just, yeah, so.
And like and honestly, it's no telling how a lot of people feel behind closed doors. Like you when it comes to LGBTQ community, when it comes to just a lot of things in general, you can't tell how people feel behind closed doors. But publicly, they're gonna make you feel like, oh, bitch, they fuck with you.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, what I feel like with him was, you did that, and then you talked all your shit in the beginning, and then you put out this po-ass apology a week and a half later after the fact, and then try to make it seem like, oh, it's okay. Then you went ghost on social media for months thinking, oh, bitch is going to forget about it, and then come back and just drop a surprise album. Baby, that's not how it's going to work. Because at the end of the day, and then he tried to put the Megan situation in there to think that it was going to make his album sales go up, and you did under 16K for a week. Baby, at that point, you're canceled, and we meant that. So...
Oh, you forgot. He dropped that video. He dropped the video of like him. He dropped the video like shortly after talking about like how he wasn't sorry and like all this other.
Yes, he did. He did. He did a lot. It's kind of like once. And so honestly, me personally, do I feel like he's blackballed? I don't feel like he's blackballed. I feel like he did that to himself. Look at y'all holding hands. I'm sorry, I'm off topic. Anyway, y'all, I got my cameraman in here with his new boyfriend, child. But anyway, that's his boyfriend. Very cute, right? So my next topic of the week will be, of course, because since we were on the PWI and HBCU talk, you have the young lady at USC, if I'm not mistaken, but it's USC, and she started pretty much a dance team, which pretty much was based around like J setting and all that kind of stuff. And knowing that J setting and that style of dancing started at an HBCU, do you feel like she should have given? Because she got on national TV and she spoke about it, and she didn't really give, like, she did say it was started at HBCU, but she didn't really give credit to it. She was just like, she wanted to bring that culture to her school. So do you feel like she should have left that culture to HBCU culture? Because a lot of people feel like, okay, if you want to do HBCU culture at a PWI, you should have just went to HBCU. Or do you feel like people should bring, like black people should bring HBCU culture to PWIs because that gives the black people there something to look forward to or something to do?
Yeah, so I'm a little biased.
I'm very biased as well.
I'm gonna say, so I don't really know much about the history and everything, but I'm gonna say I feel like we always do this like HBCU PWI debate, but at the same time we still have to acknowledge that the black people go to PWIs, like they're there. So it's like, do you want us at the PWI like being white or appropriating their culture or appropriating our own? Now, as far as like giving credit and stuff, I'm not sure, because I saw the interview, but I wasn't finna watch that shit. But I saw her go on like the Jennifer Hudson show. Like I saw that, but I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, she's still black. Like, all of them are still black. I feel like it would be different if it was white people at a PWI and then they was doing it and it's like, oh, you still in our culture. But, like, that's her culture, too. Right. It may not be her HBCU culture because, she went to a PWI. But, like, that's still a part of, like, black culture. And I feel like, too, I'm a Sigma. So, with Greek life, like, that's something that started at HBCU. Sigma was founded at Howard University. Right. So, it's like, but I joined at FSU, a PWI. So it's like, okay, are you saying like, since that's something that started at HBCU, I should go to HBCU to do that? It's like, I don't know. But I can also understand where other people coming from with their thing. But that's just me.
Okay, so my thoughts were a little bit different originally. But when you said that they brought, fraternities, black fraternities and sororities to PWIs and establish those at PWIs, and they started as an HBCU cultural thing. I guess I guess that makes sense, but I think it was just such a shock because we've never seen that.
Yeah.
It's never been something like fraternity started so long ago.
Yeah.
Like you got 1908, you got 1913, you got 1914, you got 1920, you got all these other. Yeah, I know. Because I was supposed to be on one of the lines back in the day, but I gave it up. We ain't gonna talk about that. But however, I do see that. I do see your point of view now, and I do think that it is appropriate for her to take it there. But I do feel like, in the same sense, give credit where credit is due because it's not something. Yeah, you may have started at your school, but you didn't start J-setting. You didn't start.
So if she's doing that, then that's a problem.
It kind of felt like she was saying like she started that style of dance at her school, and it's just like no, you may have started that kind of that organization, but you didn't. That style of dance has been
around
for years, and it's something that a lot of HBCUs and Black culture do. So, but no, I definitely. I'm glad you said that, and it really reverted like in the middle because I was going to give you a little rebuttal, but I had to listen to what you said, but it literally like made me change my point of view. So no, I get that. I just think that we want Black people to go to HBCUs so bad, and we want HBCUs to be such a thing to where we forget that everyone has a choice and everyone is not going to do the same thing that everybody else does. Do I feel like I said, my HBCU experience made me who I am, but my cousin went to FSU, and she's probably a little bit more. She has the voice, she has the presentation, she has the business. But I would say she's more ghetto than me. I feel like I'm a little bit more. I feel like I'm a little bit more bougie than her. Like yeah, she gonna wear her Louboutins, she gonna wear whatever. But baby will tell you, I will kick these Louboutins off and beat your real quick. So But no, I definitely agree. But as we get ready to wrap up our show, at the end of my show, I like to always give like encouragement to the audience. And I know that, like I said, you're an entrepreneur. You're someone that has probably been through, not it all, but you've been through enough in your start of entrepreneurship. So what encouragement would you give my audience when it comes to entrepreneurship and business and things like that?
I would say just do it. Like whatever it is, do it. Like if you're thinking about it, do it. It's never gonna be a perfect time to start whatever you're trying to do. So it's like, why are you wasting time? You know what I'm saying? Like waiting. Like you're trying to put the perfect plan together, and even with the perfect plan, like some shit's still gonna pop up. So it's like just go ahead and do it, and like roll with the punches as they come, and learn how to adjust. That's what I would say.
Just like Nike, bitch, just do it. No shade. But no, literally, like, and I like that, and that's something that I feel like I need to hear too. Like I feel like every time somebody come on my show, they say something different, and some people say something similar. But I feel like I need to hear that. Just do it. Like no matter what it is that you wanted to do, just do it. Literally, Nike check, period. Well, Rashaad, first of all, I want to say thank you for taking your time out to come out to be on my platform, of course, because, of course, we've been trying to get this in the works for a long time. But, however, we here. Listen, and it was a little technical difficulties tonight, you guys. But, however, we got it fixed and we're making it work. We made it work. So, but no, thank you for coming out and thank you for doing this because it's a lot of people that needed to hear what you said, and it's a lot of people also that need to see, like, people start from, you can be in a small city.
Because Tallahassee's small.
Thomasville is small. Thomasville is small. Lake City is this small. So, like, literally, you can come from a small city and come to a big city and pop your shit. So, don't ever give up on yourself. Don't ever feel like you can't do it because you can't. And I'm not only talking to you, I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to everyone that's in this room right now currently. You can do it. So just just do it, okay? Just motherfucking do it. Tell Nike cut that check. Well, we want to shout out again. Shout out to Rashaad. Make sure you follow him on Instagram at I am Rashaad. I will put that on the screen as well. Make sure you follow Brigali on Instagram as well. And you're going to also make sure you're getting your tickets.
Right.
Because this show is coming out on Tuesday. And listen, you got time still. So make sure you're getting your tickets to the Atlanta Award Show, and make sure
Jesus
you're
Christ.
getting. It's a lot of A's in there. Matter of fact, you tell them that part because it's a lot of A's. So tell them what they need to be getting their tickets for.
Atlanta Art Awards.
And what's the other one?
The Atlanta Art Awards fashion show. Atlanta Art Awards weekend.
Yeah, what's your fashion show called? What's your fashion show called?
Beautiful Dark Fantasy.
Y'all, make sure y'all get y'all tickets to all the shows that weekend, and make sure y'all pop out because I will be there. I won't be there Friday, but you can come in my absence for me. Just be like, Tag did it, sent you, period. But no, make sure you get your tickets, and make sure you're supporting every black business, every black brand. And give me your support because at the end of the day, they don't want to see us win, but at the end of the day, we're winning. So, shout out to Rashaad again. Thank you for coming out. And shout out to my camera guy. And thank you to my camera guy's boyfriend who's back there in the bag with him today. Y'all know I love. I'm a lover. So, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Tag Did It. We are here on Talk Live Tuesdays with Tag. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And we out. Boom.
Actually, we're not out because I wanted to say something.
What you gonna say? Go ahead.
So I wanted to thank you.
Don't make me cry because then I would
cancel y'all. You know I'm cancel too, so we both gonna be in this bitch crying. But no, in all honesty, I wanted to thank you for like inviting me on the show. Like you thank me for coming, but I'm thanking you for inviting me. And I also, just wanted to like shout Troy out because like again, like he said, you said Lake City?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that is, but he from Lake City, and like we both like sitting here, and it's like I would not be here at fucking 1 a.m, however late it is, doing this
if I out my jury because I'm gonna fight him.
But no, for real, like I would not be here this late if I just felt like I was doing this just for fun. Like I know that he's worked his ass off too to like do the same shit that I'm doing, if not even more. So it's like I wouldn't even be here right now if I didn't feel like this would be like something to spend my time on. So I wanted to shout out Troy. Everything that he doing a lot. And like I said, just do it. Whatever you thinking about, don't move.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
But everything else, you know what I'm saying? Like just do it. Yeah. Like, I believe in you and you came far, and like this is not the ceiling. Like we have so much more to accomplish.
We definitely do. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for giving my flowers, and I really do hope to have you back soon. Next time we'll do a little bit more raunchy. We won't be out here, so we won't be doing promo. We're gonna get a little nasty, baby. I'm just playing. No. But thank you for coming out again. Y'all already know what it is. Like I said, it's your boy Tag Did It. And we're on Talk Live Tuesdays with Tag. Boom.
You know where we at? It's time to sip and chat. Get to the bag and tell them that Tag